So I'm gonna be on the left or right?
No worries, I'm in sneakers.
I know. So you're actually looking at this side.
Okay, so I look at my brand manager. So
Yeah.
tell me if I go off brand as well.
Yeah. Okay. Hello, everybody. Welcome to OSL Talk. And this is Jack, CMO of OSL. And today is a great pleasure, and we can have Jackie Wong, the Global Marketing Director of Red Dot Pay, to come to here. We're talking to everybody. And welcome, Jackie Wong.
Thank you very
How you
much.
doing?
Thank you very much. I'm doing great. I love to be speaking with you guys on the show. And yeah, how should we get this started?
All right, let's get started.
Let's
Let's kick
do
off
it.
with the question right now. So, could you please introduce yourself and tell our listeners a little more about Red Dot Pay and its mission?
Sure. I'm Jackie Wong. I'm Global Marketing Director for Red Dot Pay. Red Dot Pay is a leading crypto payment fintech. We're on a mission to drive financial inclusion for the unbanked. We're looking to grow trust amongst consumers and develop better and more innovative payment products as we bridge traditional finance and the crypto world.
Yes, and indeed, and there is a slogan by Red Dot Pay. It says, spend crypto like fiat, which certainly create a lot of interest. And can you walk us through how your platform enables seamless conversion between crypto and fiat for users?
Very, very simple. So for example, this morning, basically I bought my coffee on Starbucks using my Red Dot Pay card. Simple tap and then coffee. That's as easy as it gets. What we basically do is we provide a platform for people to pay with ETH, with Bitcoin, with USDC, with USDT, and essentially as easy as buying coffee.
That's wonderful. And to offer this unique service, what kind of partnership does Red Dot Pay rely on behind the scenes? Can
Sure.
you share a bit about the key players to help make this possible?
No, of course. Now, on the very base level, last week we launched a press release with Visa, who provides the credit cards that we actually use to provide to our partners. We also work with stablecoin providers like Circle and USDC. We've run multiple campaigns with them over the months, generating great.
And one question for you, Jackie, and that would be,
Sorry to interrupt. Andrew, you will be the next guest.
Okay, I might just go. Is there somebody get some? I use WhatsApp. I used to use Telegram, and then I built a bot to go and try and chat people. And I've worked out that Telegram is wide open. Have you tried to? I did a little JSON bot that I developed to go in and find out. Telegram has so easy. And Telegram's wide open, so I don't use it anymore. So I just WhatsApp. But I'm super careful what I do. I'm just 852-619. Oh, it's there. The number there. Yep.
下次有一个机会，直接就可以处理，是吧？Good afternoon, everyone.
I'm over
Welcome to
OSL,
OSL
so I'm
Talk.
here all the time. Yeah, so I'm not far away. Better go and do it. I'll get my ass kicked. Have a good weekend.
Great.
She's getting more water.
Yeah, no, that's
Before that, Jack is gonna do like introduction of the show by himself.
Okay.
You want have him sitting with you to do the intro, or
what do you think? What would be better? It would be better after
I think you two sitting here and you're doing the intro. It's okay. It's good.
Okay.
Good enough.
Okay. Cheers. That's good.
But for the next one, we're making sure you finish your line and then we invite the next speaker to come to the stage.
And when everything, the streaming comes to an end. And thank you very much for, thank you very much for listening and Japan, our live streaming today. And we look forward to see you again. And you switch off that light right away. All right? So it looks like darkness. And then off that.
Okay.
Perfect?
Okay.
Wonderful.
Just quick question. Where should we look? Should we look at each other? Yeah, you feel free to look at each other, but don't turn your head too much to the side. Then we'll have only side of your face.
You can always see this part. Look at this part. Right. So
Okay, so look there.
Yeah,
Okay.
so you see a lot more of the other side.
Okay.
And that's how you look better looking.
The camera is over there. Whenever you feel your eyeline needs to touch the camera,
Yes.
just directly
You can
look
always
at the
look
camera.
look at the wires there. Yes.
Okay, so if you want to make a point.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Right,
Guys,
cool.
ready?
So I'm gonna go this one, and I'm gonna talk a little bit about this part. So and then we're gonna have then I talk about Andrew Crawford, the VP of digital asset of Franklin Templeton with us today. Okay, that's how we start. Okay. All right. So ready?
All right, ready to go? 3, 2, 1.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome back to OSL Talk with Jack, the CMO of OSL. And today we have the topic for today is actually digital wealth horizons, tokenizations, and security. And today we have some of the incredible speakers here right in front of us in this live streaming. And on my left, we have this famous guy from Franklin Templeton, Andrew Crawford, the VP of Digital Assets.
Thanks, Jack. Thanks
Welcome
for having
aboard.
me. Thank you.
Yes,
Thank you very much. I'm very honored by that exaggerated introduction, but I'll take it.
You know, I'm sure all our audience is looking forward to hear so many great things that's coming out from you. And it's an absolute honor to have you with us today.
Well, thank you for having us here. We're great supporters of OSL.
Yes. And we all know Franklin Templeton has been one of the world leading asset management funds.
Yeah, correct.
And to start off, can you please introduce yourself and give our listener an overview of Franklin Templeton's work and mission for the digital asset business?
So yeah, I'm based in Hong Kong. I had a long background in wealth management and hedge funds and came to Franklin Templeton a number of years ago. And part of the rationale for coming to Franklin Templeton was they've got a vision for that more of the funds are going to be managed or recorded on a blockchain in the future. And that's going to have a transformational shift in the way people hold their assets and manage their money. And I think we're very fortunate. The company's been going for 75 years. It's family owned, family managed. And the leader of the company, Jenny Johnson, has come from the technology background. She's a very strong technology knowledge, but passion. And she's saying she can see where the future is, and she's taking the company there. And I think, we're leading in innovation, and that's why we're in Hong Kong, because we see this is going to be the epicenter of innovation. And yeah, it's an exciting time.
That's wonderful. And Franklin Templeton serves with a wide range of audience. And could you share a bit about the types of audience your clients that you typically work with?
So we pretty much work with everyone, but that's restricted. At the moment, in digital assets, we're really restricted to institutional clients, but we are dealing with retail clients. So our primary fund, Benji, is a minimum investment $20, and that is available to retail investors in the United States. Throughout Asia, we are working with leading banks to offer similar products, and they will act as distributors. The first one will be in Singapore, then we'll do it in Korea, Japan, Hong Kong, so Thailand. So we want to give people access to, have their funds recorded on a blockchain. But primarily, we're focused on the institutional market at the moment because that's where we can do it. The regulations are available to make it available, and we see there's a need and an appetite for that end of the market.
Yes, I'm sure the retail market is very exciting. We can't wait for Franklin Templeton's product to be out there for them.
Look, I think the reality is that the retail market at the moment is people who have an account with OSL or have an account with OKX. They've been making a lot of money speculating. I think they like the app, they like the user experience, and I think what we're going to do is give them more investments that will enable them to plan for goals and to do more traditional investing rather than speculating. So I think, we think people will do more in their wallets in the future.
I'm sure. And the third question for you would be, how crucial is the APAC market to Franklin Templeton's global strategy?
Huge. APAC has been the innovation hub, for the last 4 or 5 years. If you factor in China and the reality of who owns, cryptocurrencies or who owns assets that are recorded on the blockchain today, it's probably 30 or 40% of it is in Asia Pacific. And that's probably including North Asia as well. This is the dominant region where, we still don't know exactly how much the TVL is in, Asia, but it's definitely around 40%. It could be as high as 60. But there's also a culture of innovation. There's an environment, a regulatory environment to promote innovation. So all the ingredients are here for us, and this is why we say it's a key market. And, things are done better out here and faster. It's just things like Octopus. That's a groundbreaking system that everyone's now adopting, but that started in Hong Kong 30 years ago.
Oh, yes.
So, we see this as a leading market.
Yes. And also the pace of technology is very, very fascinating, especially.
Yeah. It's phenomenal.
In terms of demand, what are the most sought after products in your portfolio right now?
So we're saying the only main product we have is a money market fund, which gives people access to a stable NAV, which is, the price doesn't go down, but they will have the yield of a portfolio of US Treasury securities, which is around over 4%. So we see that as giving them the benefits of the stability in the value, but also a strong yield with very little, low level of risk. So we're seeing in the institutional market, a lot of money sits in stable coins. In a stable coin, you get the dollar NAV, you have that stability, but all of the yield goes to the issuer. And, to us, we don't see that's good. We think you're paying a lot of money for that stable NAV, whereas we think the investor should share that money. So we think that's a much better proposition for them. So that's why we're working with people like OSL, working with some of the exchanges to make that more available, initially to the institutional and the accredited investor market. But we just think that having a regulated company that's licensed, we've had our NAV of our money market fund has been $1 for 47 years. We're licensed everywhere. We're pretty confident that we're good at what we do. And we think that if we're very good at keeping that NAV, we went through even the Lehman crisis, but we're also giving you, a large amount, most of the return. That's a pretty good proposition.
Yes, indeed. And also, could you also introduce to our audience what alternative investment products are?
So alternatives are, I suppose one of the easiest ways to see it is they're non-market traders. The equities, you've got cash, you've got equities, which are shares, which are traded on an exchange. And then you've got bonds, which are largely traded, not on a formalized exchange, but on an exchange listed. Alternatives tend to be alternative in the sense that it may be the structure, so they may not give you instant liquidity. There may be high minimums to get involved, and they're usually in assets which are less liquid and less actively traded.
Yes, yes. And Franklin Templeton is known for pioneering the tokenization of the real assets. And could you share the driving force behind these initiatives and what progress has been made so far?
A lot. So from our perspective, we operate a 9-to-5 business. We manage the funds, and you can buy and sell them once a day, 5 days a week. We realize that moving into how people want to manage their money in the future is going to be 24/7. We need the blockchain technology gives us the capability to do that, but also it's a big saving in the sense that there's only one ledger, so everyone gets the same information at the same time, and it's all accessible to the public. There's a site called rwa.xyz. You can see how much money we have in our fund. All this information that was not transparent in the past is now available in the future today, and we just think that this is going to be able to disintermediate some people who have not necessarily added value. And we just think that the key for us is to manage our money safely, soundly, but also to reduce any unnecessary costs. So for us, it'll mean we can be more effective, more efficient, and deliver at a better cost.
Wonderful. And next question for you. And we have prepared so many questions for you because we're all so excited about you coming on board. Just can't wait. And finally, and also, Andrew, you spend a significant amount of time in Asia and have deep knowledge of the APAC region. And from your perspective, how has the asset management industry in APAC evolved over the past 5 years? And what trends you think will shape its future?
So I think one of the things with asset management, what I've seen, and it's probably, I've been 5 years, it's been a bit longer. I think what it's done, and it's been very absorbent of technology, but it's been very mindful that it has a fiduciary responsibility to its clients or to the investors, and it really listens to the investors. So I think it's much more agile than it used to be. And I think what we're seeing now with the Web3, blockchain technology, the reason they're looking at it is to deliver a better proposition to their investors. So I think what we're seeing is they're not as removed from their investors. And I think one of the other things we're seeing is that in the past, a lot of the way that funds were sold in Hong Kong and around Asia was through agents. And you would have someone who was getting a fee for introducing you to a product. I think that information asymmetry has gone with the web. And I think people are now confident enough to buy it on their own, but they're getting advice from their bank or a financial advisor, but they're happy to trade on their own. I think, the fund managers are moving towards where the market's going, and I think they're very perceptive and receptive to where the market is, which I didn't see initially. It was sort of, when I first started, it was, this is how we sell, this is what we've got to sell, take it or leave it. Now it's much more around what does the client want to be? Where does the client want to be? What do they want? And we're seeing with blockchain that we can start to factor in not just financial returns, but we're looking at building models where we look at non-financial returns. So what impact is my investment having on the environment? And how do I optimize both my financial gains and my non-financial gains? And then how do I get rewards from what I invest in? So I think we're seeing that the relationship is what we call social benefit investing, where you're not just investing to make money, but you may contribute, or you may have an experience, you may benefit from that, being involved in that community around your investment, but you also want to know what impact it's having. So I think we're seeing this is the next phase where you don't just invest to make money, you invest in things that are mindful of the world you live in, which we see as the next layer of what's going to happen with asset management.
That's wonderful. You were saying crypto is changing the industry. Also, think consumer. This is what I'm getting. All right.
Very much so.
All right. And also, could you share with with our audience here what a typical day looks like for you? This is on a personal note. And given your extensive experience in the industry, and I would say, what does a typical day looks like for you usually?
Sitting in Hong Kong, we have a large amount of our team is in the United States, so it starts early. I think really it's no 2 days are the same. You know, we still are in a, even though we've come out of a period of being very much remote, we want to go and see our clients, understand their problems, and see if we can provide solutions. So I think it's really just meeting with the clients, getting ideas, bringing them inside the organisation. We've got a lot of really smart people that are really talented, and getting them to contribute to find a solution to our clients, for our clients. And that's really the day. No 2 days the same. They're very different, but yeah, it's really taking, listening to what people want, getting a really smart, motivated group of people to contribute, and then going back to them with a solution that hopefully suits their needs.
Yes, and yes, indeed. And also, this is on a personal question as well. What are your favorite cities or places around the world, and what makes them special?
Well, it's always been Hong Kong. That's why I'm here, and I have 2 sons living here who have both come up from Australia. I think and New York and Hong Kong have something where everything's possible.
Yes.
So I come from Australia. Australia tends to be a country where the default answer is no. You come to Hong Kong or New York, and the default answer is yes, we'll work it out. So I think that's that vitality, and it's the doability of Hong Kong. Yeah.
Wonderful. Thank you very much, Andrew, for coming on board.
Thanks, Jack. Appreciate it.
We're so happy to have you.
Have a great
on board
weekend.
here, and looking
Likewise.
forward to talk to you more in the future.
Look forward to it too.
Thank you,
Cheers.
Andrew.
Thank you.
Thank you. And for all the live audience who are with me today, and we have all these wonderful guests who's coming on board. And next is we have also Alex from Standard Chartered will be joining us in a very short time. And before that, I want to talk to you a little bit, introduce you a little bit about OSL. Is that OSL has been a regulated, listed, trusted, and insured crypto partner since 2018. And Alex, how are you doing?
I'm very good.
It's good to have you on board today, Alex.
Good to be here.
And let me see the number of questions. There's so many questions here. We are very excited. And here's one. Here's for you, Alex. And so, by the way, sorry, Alex is the head of Standard Chartered Ventures Hong Kong.
And also the head of business development for Libera, the tokenization platform of
Yes.
SC Ventures.
And Alex, OSL has been working with Standard Chartered for a long time. But I do want to know more specifically about SC Ventures.
Yeah, no, it's true that the links between OSL and SC Ventures are very strong. We have in common Zodia Markets, where we are co-shareholders. And obviously for the rest of the audience to explain in a short way what SC Venture is, it has been created in 2018 by Alex Manson, who is the CEO of SC Venture, with the promise to rewire the DNA in banking. That's what we all believe in, and that's the promise that we are making to the ecosystem. So at the foundation of SC Venture is different investment themes. We want to be a platform investing in the digital economy. In Hong Kong, we are present with Mox Bank, Trust Bank in Singapore. We are also investing in the SME and trade finance space to promote projects around the supply chain finance. We have also a vertical around sustainability and inclusion, which is also a very strong theme, not only of SC Venture, but of Standard Chartered Bank. And the last investment theme and conviction theme is the digital assets, which has been at the center of the recent investments, with investments and incubation of Zodia Custody, Zodia Markets, Libera more recently. And obviously we'll continue and promote the digital asset agenda with even more interesting ventures down the line. But in total, across the portfolio, we have 32 greenfield company and 20 portfolio company within the overall SC Venture scope.
Very nice. It's a huge ecosystem.
Yeah, great ecosystem. No, it's a great place to be.
All right. Given the growing importance of tokenization in the financial industry, does SC Venture have any specific plans or initiatives related to digital wealth horizons, particularly in the realm of tokenization and security?
Yeah, so I think tokenization is a very strong theme within Standard Chartered, and in particular within SC Ventures. The incubation of Libera back in 2020 was really based on the willingness to bring assets to the people and to benefit from the blockchain technology and mobilize in a way the traditional assets on chain. So tokenization has been picking up speed in the past couple of years. Regulation is really conducive at the moment, helping us in Hong Kong, but also in other jurisdictions to take advantage of the more favorable regulatory environment to bring more assets on chain. So Libera is for sure one of the driving force of tokenization in the SC Venture ecosystem. And we've been active in particular in Hong Kong on many projects with all the digital money initiative run by HKMA, be it the EHKD, the wholesale CBDC on Project Ensemble, and the bank SCB also announcing this week the joint venture for the stablecoin with the Animalca brands and HKT. So tokenization is a condition theme. Libera is active in the tokenization of bonds, of funds. Funny enough, with this week in Hong Kong and Consensus in Town, we've announced two major projects going live. One in Singapore, it's the tokenization of money market fund, sub-advised by Wellington, the US large asset manager. So that's a first. The first token have been minted on Tuesday this week. So we hope the TVL to grow in the coming days. And we've also announced together with the Standard Chartered Bank the first retail tokenized money market fund with China AMC Hong Kong,
Yes.
which also bring Libera at the center of the tokenization and integrating the tokenization capabilities into the digital asset custody that Standard Chartered Bank is currently putting in place. So yeah, tokenization is a big theme and will continue to be a big thing for us.
Indeed, the most talked about things at this moment is the money market fund tokenization, right? Which is really huge. And the news has been released last week.
No, but that's the theme. The money market fund is obviously after the stablecoin, which is the killer app for tokenization, tokenizing cash, having money market fund on chain, enabling stablecoin issuer to get yield on top of the stablecoin is something that is clearly appealing, especially considering where rates are at the moment.
Yes, indeed. And how is SC Ventures positioning itself in these emerging trends?
So maybe I'm a bit biased, but when I look around, I think SC Ventures and Standard Chartered Bank as a whole is really ideally positioned. We've always communicated, and Bill Winters, our CEO, Alex Manson, the CEO of SC Ventures, always believers that digital assets are here to stay, that the world will progressively move from traditional assets off-chain to on-chain assets. So we are trying to find the next trend and leveraging on the capabilities with Zodia Custody, Zodia Markets, Libera, trying to find the next segment that the market would require to build a full-blown ecosystem in the digital asset space. So yeah, very happy to be working for SC Ventures and Libera because that's clearly delivering to the promise of the traditional world.
Yes, that also pave way to the next question, which is tokenization has been a hot topic in the wealth management space.
Yeah.
How do you see tokenized assets changing the way institutions manage and grow their portfolios in the 3 to 5 years?
Yes, so 3 to 5 years is probably a right window because things will not change overnight. During the panel we had earlier, we brought the attention to the audience on the fact that to have successful tokenized assets being broadly distributed, you need to have also the right rails to bring money on chain. So that's obviously something that will be crucial in 2025 to make sure that in 3-5 years time, this type of tokenized asset can be in the wallet of individual and high net worth individuals. But the promise of tokenization is really there. I see a lot of wealth manager, family offices in Hong Kong, elsewhere, asking about how to get access to not crypto, but to tokenized assets. They are contacted by their clients, next gen or more traditional, that want to have exposure to the on-chain world. Right now, obviously, the safest way is to go with the tokenized money market fund. But I can tell you that the market is exploring also other ways. Libera is also working on other types of fund to tokenize. So yeah, that's something that will clearly be interesting to watch. But in my view, the digital money will be a crucial element to unlock.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Alex. Thank you for coming on board today.
No, thank you. Thank you for having me.
Looking forward to more conversations to come in the future.
Pleasure.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Have a
Thank
good
you,
one.
Alex.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. And thank you guys for coming back to the OSL and OSL Talk with Jack. This is episode 4. So for those who are just coming on board, and today our topic is on digital wealth horizons and tokenizations and security. And we also have one more guest coming on board. And on my left, Enter, he's from Tokening. His name is Luck, and he's from Tokening. It's very good to have you today,
Hi.
Luck. And where are you from, Luck?
From Luxembourg.
Luxembourg.
Yes,
Right.
small country.
Are you flying all the way to Hong Kong for this consensus, I suppose?
Yes, not the first time, but always happy to be here.
Wonderful, wonderful. It's good to have you here today. And he's CEO of Tokening. And Luck, I have a question for you. So, what does your company do?
Tokenization. So we do on-chain finance. Basically, we help financial institutions to tokenize their assets. So issuance, lifecycle management, distribution in a compliant way.
Right. And what brought you here to Consensus?
Meeting people, finding some new partners, some new clients, creating our ecosystem step by step. We are a technology provider, and step by step we're creating the largest RWA ecosystem around the same technology, interoperable. So very happy to expand this to Asia, and Hong Kong is opening finally to tokenize financial products. So we want to be there, we can help.
And how's your luck so far with getting clients?
Quite interesting, a lot of good discussions. Hong Kong is very active. The regulator really understood the technology, in my opinion. They understood that security tokens are still securities, but with additional risk. Compliance still matter. So we can help to bring compliance on chain and to make sure that we tokenize in a proper way to protect investors and to create step-by-step liquidity.
And what do you think about the latest money market fund tokens issued by Franklin Templeton?
Yeah,
what's your view about that?
Many of our clients are tokenizing money market funds. We are white label platforms, okay? We cannot always mention our clients, but you can check out our website. So we tokenize a lot of money market funds, and I think it's an interesting use case. Now we're starting to put this money market funds in collateral, so to open DeFi to this new tokenized assets, which I think is quite interesting.
Wonderful. Exciting times ahead, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely.
And what do you think of Web3 development here in Asia, especially in Hong Kong?
Web3 means a lot of things. You have crypto and you have tokenized assets, so it's different things. I think for crypto, you have a lot of demands. People want to play with crypto, wants to build, so that's great. But it was complicated. You had taxes, etc. So it was quite complex. Regulation was not making things easy. Now it's changing. So now I think it will open the door to builders and to new ecosystems. So I think the right moment to build this ecosystem in Hong Kong.
Thank you very much. And from Tokeny, Lark is the CEO of Lark today. And it's good to have you on board.
Thank you very much.
And I welcome you again to Hong Kong and hope you had a great time in Consensus.
Thank you. Thanks a lot.
Thank you very much. And to all our audience out there, and we come to an end of live streaming today. and looking forward to see you in the next
Currently,
Jack OSL Talk
well,
with
you
Jack.
heard that I have no
Thank you
voice
very
anymore.
much.